My favourite player is Russian. It's kind of difficult because obviously there's the whole political situation, but I think it would have been fair to let them play under a neutral flag.
Tough for the organisers, easy internationally. Bad luck to them for being born Russian, but they know exactly who to blame.
I think it's really tough. I understand the decision that was made, and Wimbledon is its own entity, so they can make that decision. That's up to them. I think it's quite a modern decision to make, and I think it makes sense in a lot of ways. But you have to feel for the players, right? So the players, it's not their fault what's going on in Ukraine and Russia. I would love to have seen Medvedev, especially when he won the US Open. He's really easy to root for, and it's tough. I wish he was here.
I just think there's a big challenge with Medvedev if he goes through and he's holding the title up at the end of the tournament. So it's a tough one, but there's going to be a lot of there's 50-50 split, I think.
I don't like the fact that they're calling Wimbledon an exhibition match now that they've taken away the ATP points, because it's not an exhibition. They're still playing for the trophy. If it was an exhibition match, there'd be no title at the end.
It's a difficult situation. None of us can really.
Yeah, I totally agree. Politics and sports are mixed. We don't know what their
affiliation is.
The individual likelihood, the likelihood of that individual being involved in what's going on is just
slim to none in it.
I mean, it's really tricky, and obviously, the decision would have been hard to come about. But if they think it's right,
it's tough whether
it's a tough one.
Sports should become political and that sort of thing. But
and that we're trying
the Wimbledon organisers obviously put a lot of thought into it and thought this was the right decision.
I don't think it's right at all. They don't really have anything to do with what's going on, and obviously they're going to want to play in the tournament. And then obviously it's now had an effect on all the other players with the ATP removing the ranking points for the tournament as well.
I went to the French Open this year. Medvedev played there, and he played without a flag. And I thought, if you're not there to represent your country, you're there to represent yourself as a tennis player. And it probably would have been okay for him to play at Wimbledon. I thought it was quite a strong stance to take.
It's something that has to be analysed in a much more deeper way. What is the best way to have an impact on Russia and to get them to back off from Ukraine? That's the whole purpose of it. And you have to have an overall view of that. Is this making an impact? How much of an impact is it making?